The beginning of the season could not have gone worse for the Los Angeles Lakers. After a 2-10 start, the Lake Show was actually tied with the Houston Rockets, and I mean that with as much disrespect as humanly possible.
They have to trade Anthony Davis.
Rather than blow the team up, Anthony Davis took it into his own hands and channeled his inner Bonnie Tyler. Now, after studying every single Laker game this season, I discovered the exact reason for AD turning this Lakers team into winners again. The foundation to this starts with AD buying in and switching to the 5. Now, I had so many laugh out louds while looking at last year's spacing. Notice how AD gets a nice post up and Dwight Howard just runs onto the block and goes straight into camp mode. Now, this rushes AD from avoiding a 3-second call, and it also removes the option of the drive either way because the help is on his left, and his defender plays it beautifully by completely taking away his right. Compared to now with AD at the 5, and he can use his full bag as he goes straight to that step back hezzy, forces the tight coverage, and then now he can easily blow by his defender and use either side of the rim. Must be nice. Anthony Davis now leads the entire NBA with 12.3 rebounds per game, which is also a career best for him. Here, Davis collects his own miss, gathers himself, and explodes for an earth-shattering dunk. The big man actually leads the league in second chance points, scoring 4.7 per night. A subtle yet important thing that AD has become especially gooder at is tipping loose those rebounds away from his opponent until he can successfully gain control of the ball. This works wonders when he's out of position and can't rely solely on his strength to corral those boards. One of the best ways AD is scoring offensively is actually with his back to the basket, as he is averaging 17.1 points per game in the paint. That's third in the league and the most in his entire career. He's even getting 3.6 points per game with his back to the basket. That's fourth in the league behind Embiid, Jokic, and of course, Luka. One of his go-to moves is the righty hook from the middle of the paint. I love how he uses his size on this play to gain an advantage in the post. Posting up on Looney, AD spins to his right to close the distance between himself and the basket. Feeling Looney close him off with his back, he spins back to his left, leaving just enough room to elevate for his signature shot. Not only is he shooting inside more than ever, but he's shooting less pull-ups and catch-and-shoot jumpers. AD's struggles the last 2 years are well known, and in 2021, over 30% of the shots he took were pull-up jumpers. This season, that number is down to 15%, with over 70% of his shots coming from within 10 feet of the rim. His true shooting is 66%, and that is the highest of his career. Running theme this video, and he is dunking the ball the most since his rookie season. And this right here is the masterclass on the one dribble spin move. He uses his dribble to move the defender right, and then quicker than Ime Udoka's tenure with the Celtics, he sticks his left foot in between the defender's legs. Now with the new pivot foot, he is allowed to take his next 2 beautiful steps to the rim. Now it's time to get into the most impactful and beautiful aspects of AD's transformation. A big piece to this efficiency has been taking his lowest amount of three-pointers since 2015, because last year he shot like me, 18%. This year you will see him cutting way more to the basket. Now this play right here sums up how lethal the big man can be as a slasher. Running back in transition, he briefly stunts, setting a pick for Westbrook in the corner. This puts Gibson on his heels, allowing AD to explode to the basket for the open slam. Another way AD is able to get to the rim is by using the pick and roll. He's actually scoring off more pick and rolls than he has in 6 seasons. His size and athleticism makes him lethal moving towards the rim, but watch this pick and roll sequence with Dennis Schroeder. AD receives the pass on the pick and roll and feels the contact in the midair. He is able to readjust, contorting his body to finish the and one. Then you get Anthony Davis setting the screen and rolling the wrong way, but Austin Reeves does a great job at patiently waiting. Anthony Davis gets quadruple teamed, hop steps through the lane, extends his left hand around the left side of the rim, and finishes the tough shot around Mikal Bridges. I love on this play how LeBron waits patiently for Patrick Beverley to get into the play because he's late on the horn set. LeBron gets blitzed, so Davis does the wise thing, and that is sliding directly through the lane with his hands high. Notice the subtle rub by Patrick Beverley, which leaves LeBron's defender in a trail position and therefore puts Porzingis, who is supposed to be the help defender, in a bit of an island. end, LeBron sells the drive well, and I like that. Here, AD sets the screen for Russ at the top of the arc. Davis only rolls once Russ accelerates, not before, as the guard draws Pirtle in to cover the lane. Now this opens up a path for AD, who emphatically finishes the lob. This defense tries to do drop coverage, and I love how Westbrook dribbles right to the drop defender. And then as soon as the center commits, Davis begins to dive to the rim. Guys, and a few girls, when Davis is attacking the rim on pick and rolls, he's actually scoring 1.38 points per possession, which is a huge outlier based on this volume. And this off-the-ball action is even gooder because in this play he sets a pick for LeBron, who then receives a pass at the top of the point. Watch very closely as Davis does not move until LeBron puts the ball on the ground. This sucks in both defenders' tractor beam. Hope some of you caught that reference.
Sucked me right in.
Closer to James, giving AD another wide open jam. If AD keeps this up, I think they're going to make the playoffs, but they're especially going to need to tell Westbrook to watch this video over here if they really want to push for a title.